What's going on, you guys? Back again. Just, I don't really have a topic for this video as well. This is just another rant. Um, it is Friday, uh, March 14th, 2025, 8:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, I don't know why I like to date the videos in that way now, but I just like to. Um, just for the hell of it, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So I'm at work. Had some pretty, I guess you could say, unsettling news yesterday. So some more changes coming. So I basically just found out that my job here, meaning this job right here I'm at right now, um, they're basically going to be shutting down. Um, And so, my company, the security company that I work for, is going to probably place me, somewhere else. Where that somewhere else is, I'm really not sure. I have no idea. What sucks about that is, um, when I go to a different site, I'm going to probably have to, not probably, it could possibly be different pay. It could be a different, it'll be security, but it could be different. It could be a different, task to do. Could be more pay, could be less pay. So I'm not really sure like what working situation I'm going to be going into after, I leave here. Um, but my job slash day here working at this site will be on the April 30th. So I'm a little bit, annoyed about that. But it wasn't this job's fault because, to be fair, like they just found out too, like literally like a day ago, and everybody here just found out too. And evidently, it was like a corporate decision where even the people that work for this actual company, um, they're just finding out, and they weren't happy about it either. So it's just like, well, fuck. That's the thing about a lot of these jobs. It's like when it's good, but then you know, if they can find ways to cut costs or save money or scale down or whatever they got to do for their company model or whatever, it's just like, you know, no type of warning. It's just like your main source of income is just like, just altered or change, and you really can't prepare for it because, you know, it's like the main thing that you use to, supply your needs in your life. And when that main source goes, it's like, well, what do you do? And so many people, they'll say things like, oh, well, you gotta have multiple streams of income and you gotta start a business yourself and you gotta invest. But like, it's like, yeah, but the problem is like most of those things also take money. It takes lots of money to, first of all, anything you do, like a business, investing, any kind of endeavor, it takes money. So I get so triggered sometimes when I hear people say, "Oh, well, you should have had more than one stream of income." And it's like, well, yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out how to do, but the longer I've been trying to do that, I'm like, wow, this is going to take a lot more money. And a lot of people, they'll kind of like, judge you for not, working harder on your business and stuff like that. The majority of starting a business is basically getting the money up to start it and run it. That's what I found out. It just takes a lot of money to start a business. And, you know, one thing that I realized was, I'm going to need a lot more money And then also with investing, I'm like, I'm going to need a lot more money because, you know, to invest, you have to have enough, obviously, to, put your additional investment in to your investments or your business. And then you have to have enough money to, maintain your current life that you have a fixed income on right now until that business venture or investment or whatever else you're trying to get started to generate income starts to give you a return. And there's no telling like how long that will actually take to start to get a return from your initial investment or your business venture, basically. And it's like even with YouTube, there was a time when um I wanted to try to create a stream of income, with YouTube, and grow the channel and make money from making videos like this. But then I just started researching more and looking into how YouTube actually works and how the algorithms work, and just the behavior of viewers in general. And I just kind of got turned off from it. And then there's been so many people that have been doing good, and they say something, and then people unsubscribe or they get demonetized, and they've been putting all this work in. Or I've seen so many different stories of people that's been working so hard to get subscribers and keep subscribers, and it always just seems like this nonstop hustle. And for me, I just kind of feel like anything that I have to do that has that much anxiety behind it, like, oh my gosh, are they going to like what I say? Are they going to like how I say it? Are they going to like me? Are they going to like how I look or talk or sound? All these things. And you have to worry about. And then, you watch these videos on, how to sound interesting and how to get people's attention, and, what videos you have to make, and you have to have a topic, and you have to have a title, and you have to have a niche. You have to have a certain type of topic you talk about on your channel. And I don't like that. It's just like, when I get on here, I just like to, like right now, I don't have a topic to this video. There's no pressure to talk about a certain kind of thing because I like talking about everything and anything. I just want to get on here and talk about, and I get it. Everything has to have a category or a type of, lane that you're in. But my mind don't work like that. I would get bored just talking about just one thing, and I don't really want to talk about one thing. I don't want to have to just stick to like one topic or one category, and I just, I don't really have a purpose for getting on here. This is just something to do. So, I just didn't like the pressure of having to, have some type of standard of, enoughness to be liked by enough people to get subscribers, and I know that might sound bad, but that's just, it's kind of like when you meet somebody on a date, for the first time, or you meeting a girl, or if you're a girl, a guy, vice versa. And, you have to say all the right stuff and do all the right things. If you say the wrong thing, then they might get turned off. Or if you wear the wrong thing, you have to do all these things like just right so that this person will like you. And then, but you have to still be yourself though. But if you're yourself and you do something that they don't like, or the wrong thing, or you say the wrong thing, it's like, oh, I'm not attracted to you. Or I'm the type of guy where it's just like, I'm not going to come on no date putting all this effort in. It's like, when I come here, I'm going to be me. I'm going to, what I'm saying? I'm going to just come on a date, and it's like, I'm not going to do anything special. I mean, like, I'm going to talk to you and conversate with you and, show interest and give you attention. But like, do all this extra stuff and play all these mind games just to kind of get you to like me. I'm like, I don't want to have to do all that just for you to like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to have to do all this goofy shit. Like y'all know what I'm talking about. Like when just certain things, you can't seem too interested, or like if I'm interested, I'm going to show you that I'm interested. But like certain things about getting the girl, like certain rules you're supposed to follow, like you can't seem too interested or you'll seem desperate. You can't talk too much, or because it'll seem like you're nervous. But then if you don't talk enough, it'll make it seem like you don't have any confidence, and you're not sure of yourself and you can't hold a conversation. It's just like, listen, I'm going to just come on a damn date and do what I do, and if you're feeling it, fine. If you're not, the hell with it. That's my approach to YouTube. It's just like, 'cause I've seen so many people come on YouTube and literally put zero effort in, and they get tons and tons of subscribers. And then you got some people that have like the whole setup. They got the background and a green screen, and they got the little microphone going, and then, the fancy intros, and the lighting going, and that's all great. That's all wonderful. They're doing it how they want to do it. They're doing it, they're enthusiastic about it, and that's fine. Nothing's wrong with that. I'm not against it if that's what they like to do. But I've seen people literally take like a potato phone. Video quality looks horrible, but it's they get tons of views. So and a lot of people don't make it seem like, oh, it's just you're not putting effort into it. It's like, not really, because this I don't really care that much to put a bunch of time and effort into this, because this is not my life. But yeah, yeah, I don't really, I don't really care that much. And again, like, you know, when I was doing this channel to, kind of, you know, I guess try to make money and make a living, I didn't like the fact that I felt like, you know, what I was doing, how I was doing it, it wasn't enough. I don't like feeling like I have to do it a certain way to, you know, um, get support. It just, when I started trying to figure out how to be a certain way to be liked or to be accepted or supported on my channel, it started to feel very fake and inauthentic to me. Like I was just trying too hard. And that's when I realized that I didn't really want to do this as a source of income. And I don't know, it's weird. Like when I feel like that, it's like it makes me feel like even more so that I don't really want to put a lot of effort into it. Something I'm really passionate about, that I really care about, that I really believe in, that feels right to me. Um, I'll put, I would genuinely put effort in, in a honest way. But it's kind of hard to explain, but it just didn't really feel right, to for me to use this platform as a source of income. It didn't feel, because I felt like I was, almost begging for people to be like, oh, please subscribe. Oh, please watch my channel. Oh, please like me. Please like me, And then also, too, it was just like everybody's kind of trying to do YouTube now. So it kind of just felt like I was just doing what everybody else was, kind of desperate to make money doing this. And I didn't like that feeling either. And I just didn't like the fact that so many people basically essentially had control over, you know, my emotions in that way, because I would get really, really triggered if, you know, I didn't get views on my videos, and, or I got critiqued, and people would be like, oh, well, you're not talking about stuff that people find interesting, or, your videos aren't engaging enough, or, you gotta stick to a niche, and you gotta do this a certain kind of way, and it's like that's not really me though, and again it's just kind of like that feeling of when you go on a date, and you got to do all these weird things to have a quote unquote successful date for this person to like you. You got to dress a certain way, which is fine. I mean, I can dress up and look nice, but you can't say things this way, or you got to be a certain kind of height, and you got to be masculine, but like not too controlling, or not come off as controlling, or any little thing you do can be looked at and seen as a bad thing, and can like basically make the person not want to date you again. But then it can be another person that just comes on the date, and they may just look way better than you, and any little thing they do, or they can do a million things that are like red flags, but the person will look over them because they're just physically attracted to them. you know like that's a thing too. A lot of people, they say women make rules for people. How they say it again? Okay, yeah, women make rules for like guys that they don't like, but guys that they're more attracted to or that they like, they don't really have any rules for them. So you can be a average or ugly guy, and you have to like pass all these check marks and do like all these things right for her to be like, okay, you can get a second date or whatever. But you can just come in there and just be better looking than the other guys, and all you can do all these red flaggish behaviors. And I'm not saying this in every situation, because not everyone, obviously, but you know, women have actually admitted to this. Because she thinks you're handsome or attractive, she'll completely just ignore those red flags because she thinks you're handsome or cute or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And all these things that would have disqualified somebody else that wasn't as handsome, it's completely fine because, well, you're cute, so you can do that. It's like that. And I'm not willing to do all this extra goofy shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't care that much. You know what I mean? So anyway, and maybe that's a bad thing where maybe I have to learn how to just care more about certain things, but I don't know how to make myself care about things that I don't really care about. You know what I mean? Like, I just, what I mean? It feels fake to me. Like, it feels very fake. But yeah, so anyway, like, I'm going to be starting a new job somewhere. I'm not even really sure where. No clue. No idea what the schedule is going to be. I mean, honestly, if I can find a way to like, move, I may just move and try to transfer somewhere else. But I really need to get a more reliable tow vehicle before I do that. So because again, I don't feel comfortable using my vehicle to tow my camper, because I don't feel like it's safe to travel long distances with that particular vehicle. Like, it can physically tow it, but I just don't feel like it's reliable. Um, and it's a good tow vehicle, just from what I've experienced from towing it. So yeah, but yeah, I really don't know. What's really going to happen next, which is kind of a good thing and kind of a bad thing. And even with my business, I haven't, given up on that. But again, that's going to take, because basically everything that's left with that, I pretty much have my part done, but I need to basically hire some help just for some, I guess you could say, well, I need to have my site redone, And then also I need to really get somebody to help me analyze like stuff like my prices so that I can be more um, competitive because and also I gotta find a consistent a regular graphic designer because a lot of my designs I'm gonna start making from scratch. And like so I need like a website designer, I need a graphic designer, and I need someone to help me. Well, okay, so yeah, so website designer or redesigner, and someone to help me with like how to price my stuff right because I'm having a hard time figuring out like if the prices on my stuff are, if it's going to be enough to really make a profit, and also, hold on, warehouse, you have a FedEx truck coming through the gate. I also need some help figuring out if you know the prices on my items are competitive enough, and also just logistical type stuff. It's just a lot of things I'm kind of confused about. I'm at like a stopping point, but a big thing is like my prices, my price points, my profit margins, stuff like that. I'm just really not really understanding like how to move forward next. And then my website, redesigning that so that it's more user friendly. Um, and then like the skateboard part of my website, just where I sell skateboard stuff. I'm just unsure about a lot of stuff that how to move forward and finalize everything. So I mean, I know I've been talking about this stuff, but that's just where I'm at. Where I'm at a stopping point where I'm like, okay, I got this. I made it to this point, but there's just certain things that I really don't know, how to finalize and kind of wrap up and button up and get a finished product and website to say here it is, how to generate, you know, just website traffic and promotion and marketing. It's just stuff like that. I just don't really understand like how to finalize it and move forward and start. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know how to do it. So my thing is, I'm going to just find somebody and pay them to do it because I feel like I've done my part. Now I do still plan on doing my promotion and stuff like that with the marketing and the animations and stuff. But even that is me getting writing a script out basically, and give that to somebody and having them translate that into like animation or like a short movie for the promotion of the brand. And even that costs lots of money. So like where I'm at right now with my business is just saving up money to basically invest in that help and that side of it. But I mean everything else pretty much is done. It's just finalizing all that and getting the finished product and the website, and getting the right, marketing strategy, and that's basically it. That's where I'm at with it. So it's not like I'm not doing it. It's just that stuff takes money, and so I'm just saving up to where I feel like I have enough money to dump back into that and get the help that I need. Because honestly, I'm just like, I look at the website and I'm just like, okay, I've done a lot. It's just I'm at a point with it now where I don't have the experience to, and I've gone online and researched it and watched videos and stuff like that. But honestly, it's just for me to do it on my own. I just feel like it's just a lot of. I'm going to end up probably spending way more money if I try to do it on my own than if I just hire somebody to do it for me. And it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that I'm going to spend more money and make way more mistakes and probably end up spending way more time than if I just kind of got someone to either do it or show me how to do it. Because I'm the type of person, when I'm doing something for the first time, I need someone to hold my hand until I know that I can do it and I'm confident enough to do it on my own. I'm not afraid to say it. And it's not that I want someone to do it for me, but it's like getting shit off the ground where you're putting lots of money and resources and time into something. I want to put the least amount of time as I can basically get away with, because you can't get that time back and you can't get that money back. I mean, you can get the money back, but it's just, I need that money to live. And if this thing isn't making me money right now, I'm not trying to put out any more money than what I need to. So, you know, um, so that's where I'm at with that. Um, and again, and I'm just stacking my money up some more until, and so I'm gonna get it all figured out. Um, I'm going to use a Fever site. I found an animator. I just gotta find again someone that's going to help me organize everything. A lot of it's just organizing everything. Um, and yeah, so you know I would have liked to have been up and running by now, but it's just like I said, man, these things take time, and I've decided I'm not going to push myself to my limit. I'm not going to sprint towards any type of, result and have any expectations of, getting there super quick. I'm going to do what I can do at my own pace. I'm not going to overexert myself, you know, and, I'm going to get there one step at a time, you know. There's too many people out here that, a lot of these people watch these, motivational speakers and they're like, you got to do it now, do it now, do it now. And it's like, do what now? Like, you don't even know how to actually physically get it done, you know? And again, yes, there's lots of information out there, but a lot of times the information, even information on the internet can be conflicting. You might go, view somebody's page and see how to do one thing, and then somebody else has to do it completely different. Or you'll get some advice on something, and they'll be like, oh, this is a good thing to get into, or this is saturated, or this isn't profitable right now. And there's so many like conflicting opinions on, starting a business and, should you do it? Should you not do it? And a lot of things are discouraging people from doing certain things, but, and it's like people say things like, oh, if you're doing it for just the money, not the passion, you shouldn't do it. I'm like, well, it's like, do I really want to start a business? No, not really. Am I doing this specifically because I'm passionate about it? Like, not really. I'm doing it because I need more money and I'm trying to create another source of income. So am I doing this necessarily just because I'm passionate about it? Not really, no. No. I'm definitely doing it because I need more money. Like, I don't have enough money to do certain things that I want to do. It's literally all about the money. Now, do I like seeing certain designs on clothes? Yes. But do I like it enough to just do it? No. So I don't get this thing where people are like, oh, you got to find something you love and, you got to make it your passion. And I'm like, I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm just like, that's, I mean, I'm definitely doing this to make more money. And I think that's why we do most things, because we need the money. Like, why else would we do it? You know? So anyway, I don't know. I get really triggered now, honestly, too. I have a hard time just relating to a lot of people and a lot of topics that I used to relate to, um, even when it comes to like spirituality. And it's not that I don't like these people or their message in particular necessarily, but I just feel like I've been hearing a lot of these kinds of things for so long, and I've been trying these things for so long, putting them into practice, and I just realized that a lot of these things are perception based, they're narrative based. You know, even like when people say stuff like, raise your frequency or your vibration, like I'm like, see, like no, I feel like nobody just walks around and it's just like I'm gonna consciously choose to have a low vibration or a low mood or a bad attitude. It's just life. It's 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 stressful. It gets you down, and you can put all this energy and effort into trying your best to keep yourself out of a low mood or vibration, as people say, and keeping your vibration high. I get so annoyed and triggered when I hear these phrases now, because it's just like, man, people are just living life trying to do the best that they can do to keep their mental in a good place. And then when they don't necessarily accomplish that as quickly or as often as other people think they should, they're labeled as negative people and low vibrational people. And it's just like, I just can't deal with people like that no more, because I'm like, there's no such thing as a low vibrational person. It just sounds, I'm just annoyed by any kind of person that's like, you need to raise your vibration. It's like, dude, I'm constantly trying to raise my vibration, but what I don't need is someone giving me this guilt trip and giving me this shit, because I'm just mentally worn out with just trying to just, whatever I'm trying to do, and, fix problems. And, you know what I mean? Oh, you gotta just be grateful. Like, yes, I am grateful, but can you please stop guilt tripping me about like not feeling good? Like, I already feel bad. I don't need you making me feel worse about not feeling good. I already don't feel good right now. You know? Yes, I'm grateful. Yes, I'm thankful, but I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff right now. And it's like this whole mentality of, you got to increase your vibration. I feel like it just teaches people to be like, to feel guilty of like not feeling good all the time, or it's your fault that you feel bad. You're attracting it to you. It's just like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't just focus on the negative, and I'm not just not being thankful for the things that are going good. Like, no, that's not what I'm doing. You know, it's like I'm human and things happen, and I just feel a certain way when they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a robot. I can't just turn the switch on and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, it's so annoying to me. And it's like, this is why I can't deal with a lot of these kinds of situations and people, because it's like this video I watched the other day. It's just spiritual vanity. If you're walking around kind of like trying to like showcase, oh, I'm so positive, man. I'm so high vibrational. Ain't I high vibrational? Ain't I positive? And, trying to basically show people how positive you are. It's like you're only doing that so people will think that you're good to be around, and you have good energy. It's like you just you're still, it's still an egotistical thing. Now if you just feel good naturally and genuinely, then fine. But a lot of people do this kind of display of positivity of like, oh, this must mean I'm a good person because I've got good energy. It's like, it's just so annoying to me and triggering. I'm like, I can't. I think for me, like the biggest thing is just learning how to just slow down, kind of calm down, calm your mind, and finding the right pace and the right way to do things that work best for you and what you want, because in this world everybody is just moving so fast, trying to reach this idea of success, and then you kind of unconsciously start to move at the same pace as everybody else, because of course you don't want to get left behind, because everybody makes you feel like you get left behind if you don't reach this idea of success when they do or when other people do. So there's this kind of FOMO narrative of, oh, you're not successful yet like us, so you can't, how they say, everybody can't come with you, and it's like everybody's kind of comparing themselves because they feel like you know well, they're doing good, why ain't I, what I'm saying? And it's just like the whole thing is, that's that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. All that worrying about getting left behind and you know comparing yourself to not reaching success, that's just is bullshit. That is all a lie. It's all just people comparing themselves, and it's just none of that even matters. That is so irrelevant. Like, it's not even funny. So, like I said, my thing is just kind of finding my what's right for me based off of me and what's right for me, and let people do what they do. Kudos to them for wherever they're at in life, but that ain't got shit to do with me. It's just figuring out what I actually want, and just taking my time with that process, and taking it day by day, because sprinting and trying to, work super, super hard and being anxious 24/7 about reaching my goals and getting to a certain place of success in my life, that'll drive you crazy, and it will literally make you sick, because I was trying to do it that way and comparing myself to other people and look at what they got, and all this other stuff. And it's just like, man, a lot of the things that we're seeing really aren't even really that way. They're just kind of that way on the surface. So I recognize that too. It's just staying in your own lane, doing what's right for you. And for me, it's learning how to be adaptive, but like at the same time, like not taking this whole life thing overly serious, because ain't none of us getting out of here alive, y'all. It's just like, life is already hard enough as it is. We don't need to make it harder by comparing ourselves to other people and, creating these, expectations of success, of when and how we should get there, and putting this weight on ourself, on our soul of, you know, not, while we're not there yet, and, feeling like we're less or lacking or something like that, because that's just a bunch of weight on your soul. You know what I mean? I think the best thing a lot of us can do is to just, recognize and appreciate, how far we've come already, and acknowledge that, and, celebrate that for ourselves, and basically just pretty much just give ourselves grace for, you know, whatever we feel like we're not, you know, we haven't arrived at a certain point of success, basically giving ourselves grace and unconditional love, because there's just too many people comparing themselves with what success is, or what it should look like, and when you should arrive at that place. It's not it's not real. It's really just all made up. It's a made up standard. So anyway, yeah, just give yourself grace and celebrate your wins and everything you've overcame up until this point, and what I'm saying, just chill out. You know what I mean? Everything is everything. But anyways, other than that, y'all, until next time, later.